So this is Time with the CEO on Bone Shaker TV. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe, click on the notification button, like, and also comment. So today we have our CEO and my co-host. And as you know, this is the Time with the CEO, as I have just mentioned. And today we just want to get to know, as he is a businessman, how does he balance him being a businessman and a family man? Hi, sir. Welcome.
Thank you.
To your own program, because this is your show.
Yeah, I always say, I'm always happy to have you girls in my company, and let's put jokes aside. A business or an entity is not worthwhile when you don't have good personnel. So I also welcome you people here, although it's my show, and thank you for everything.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So, well, Matabile is the one who actually came with this. Is like, no, our boss. I wonder how he's a CEO and he has a family. How does he juggle between the two? How do you balance the two, having to concentrate on business? Obviously it comes with a lot of stress as well, and then family. There are always dynamics, things happening here and there. Then how do you get to balance and not feel like you are not doing your best in both sides?
Yeah, like I said, sorry, I just had a call from one of my business partners. Okay. It is not easy. That's why earlier on off camera I said there's something called mental health. As a business, I would say a business tycoon, because I'm becoming a tycoon.
Yes, sir.
As a business tycoon, a business person who keep on establishing new ideas and new entities, blending it with family life, it's very tedious, very, very tedious. But from my own perspective, how I manage it is, one, I always put my aims and goals and aspirations first. Now, I know people will differ, but before I go into details, every views and opinions are coming from we, the panelists and the host, okay? Not from not from Bone Shaker TV or my sister station, Foritech Online station. And then the sponsor is coming from my mother company, which is Foritech IT Solution, which was first introduced the year of our Lord 2018. Which has sponsored us up to so far, where we provide extensive graphic designing, Corel Draw, ID card printing, banner printing, and stuff like that. Our numbers are found below the screen. So if you want to contact with all your IT problems for solutions, we'll give you. Check it out. Now, back to my lovely girl's question. One, I'm a very tough businessman. I don't miss business with pleasure. Now, what I do is that my late father said to me one day that, my son, in order for you to become successful, let your aims and your objective be one and the rest become two. Now, I differ with my father in a sense that after doing my master's and I did psychology, I realized that raising a family or your family life, if a father is not present or a mother is not present, because I don't want us to see that men are superior, women are also superior. So it goes with both gender. Yes. If a man or a woman is not present, they will be lacking that equation, that variable in that equation.
Yes.
But my father said to me, my son, the reason I'm saying that is that for a family to be united and their well-being to be 100% or superb, you, the men, must take the lead in bringing them together. Okay. Now, financially, viewers out there, listeners, listen to me. If you are handicapped, your family can never be number one. I don't care what people say. I try and test it. Because one, we are in the 21st century, as my lovely girlfriend said, yeah? I love that word, 21st century, where everything revolves around money.
True.
You cannot function without money. So it now boils down to what my father said to me before. Put your aims and the objective number one. The rest become number two. But at the same time, you can blend them. Remember, maybe you've got businesses all over the place. But as a normal human being who's got 6 senses, you know that, okay, 5, all the 7 days I can be busy. Let me donate 2 days of my time for family. And there you authoritatively put yourself there to let your children know that, look, this is what daddy, because now I'm using myself, this is what daddy or the men of the house wants the kids to do. Not in a form of beating, but stamping your authority in the family. So with my life, blending, like, remember, I just opened a second company, and I'm managing people aside my family life. Now, viewers there, you want to know where my family is. Currently, my family is not here. My family stays in the States, in America, and my wife and kids. Now, the funny part is, because I have instilled discipline in them and I want them to do what I want for their life to be okay. Not that I'm deciding for them. Remember, we are in the 21st century. You can't decide for kids. These days, they are also powerful. They know that, okay, they said, charity begins at home. I have taught them what the Bible says. Train a child the way he or she should go. So the foundation that I gave them was A+. The rest is history. And I want people to know that when you give a child or the family baseline, the foundation is superb. It's fine. Now, the only thing that is missing in the equation, I'm not there physical. So now, obviously, there will be this 1 or 2 hiccups
here and there.
But with my life, as you ask me, I'm blending it well. In a sense that there's social media, there's Wi-Fi, there's video calls. So reaching someone, it's much faster like before. Now, my concern now is this. My love. I like using my love, my dear, because women are precious. They need to be respected. And before I proceed, this morning I heard a bad news that one girl had been slain and killed in Durban. She was kidnapped and then the body was mutated. They found out that. So our condolences. So we give ourselves. We don't know whether it was done by a man, but please, GBV is on alarming rate. People must be careful who they sit in their car and stuff like that. We can't continue to be having this thing done to women. And then I was not happy when I heard it. Okay. So our condolences go to the family, and we say, may the ghost of the young lady or young girl prove that people cannot commit murder and go scot-free. Okay. Now, back to my... Now, when I say my family, I've explained my nuclear family where they are directly related to me. But in this case, I don't have only one family. My workers now becomes another family
as well.
Now, when it comes to my workers, I bond well with each and every one. Because at the end of the day, if I don't blend my business outside with them, the company will collapse.
Crumble.
So how did the CEO do? How is the CEO doing it? Because I got a very good background training from my dad. I'm able to blend it. So I think I'm not going to praise. The salt does not praise itself. But I think my workers will attest to the fact that this guy knows how people knows to let people feel good. Because remember, in the company, when people start having second doubt and third doubt, it will collapse. So my host and my co-host, I'm doing it, I'm blending it well because of the training that I had. And so far so good. I've not had enough challenge, both my nuclear family and my extended family from my workplace.
But so there are situations out there. We've seen, most wives of businessmen not being fully happy because their partners are not always like around, having business meetings going. Some even forget their kids' age, because of all those things. How would you now like advise your fellow businessmen, to be present? Because at times there are kids whereby they're like, we know we have a father, but we don't know him. He doesn't have time. He comes back home late. The only thing, if you talk about daddy, we know that it's if they need money. Yeah, exactly. Anything that has to come in the finances, that, okay, that's but what grade am I in? What am I doing? Or even your favorite color. They don't, know. I remember not so long ago, there was a video that was trending of a father. They were asking him, what is your child's doctor? All those things. This one, how old is this one? And he realized that he knows nothing about his kids. He knows completely nothing, the grade, their favorite subjects. So what would be your advice?
Well spoken. Do you have anything to ask me also?
These days I think it's like everyone knows about this because we've got so many businessmen out there. They had like big businesses, but it turns out that the business has liquidated, has gone into a
collapse.
The business has collapsed. And some people say it's because of those businessmen were in like multiple relationships.
Okay.
So they believe that because there were so many women in that man's life, that's why the business has collapsed. What advice would you give to men out there? And I believe it's not only businesses that are owned by men that collapse. Also businesses that are owned by women, they collapse.
Both genders.
Yes, because of there's some Bentenyana.
Yeah.
Okay, so
There's some Bentenyana involved there. What advice would you give to them?
Thank you. These are two separate questions and they are heavy. Let me start with Effia's own. Let me talk to the men out there. Let me tell you my strategy. Me, I'm a very, very controversial person. And I see to it that I don't want my wife to have full access to the kids and in future they'll blame me. So men out there, listen to me. What I do is that regardless of how busy I am, I know that there's time for me to sleep. So this is how I strategize. My time for me to sleep, I have to donate 2 to 3 hours for my kids. Guys, and it's working.
Yes.
That 2 to 3 hours, each and every one, I will talk to you and listen to your problems from school. The second thing I do, after that I said, 24 hours, my child, you need to call me and tell me your problem. Regardless of how busy I am, I will answer your call and tell you I'll call you back. Now, men, when you do that, you are keeping abreast with your kid's life, although you are not there or although you are outing for trip for business. Also, men, about your children's favorite things, colors, and all these things that you're saying. I said to you earlier, we have 7 days in a week, unless maybe there's the 9 days, because you're in the 21st century. There are 7 days. You can't tell me that 7 days in a week you are busy. Because in the Bible, from Genesis 1 verse 1, it says, God created everything and one day he rested.
Yes.
So you need to rest.
Yes.
Otherwise, you have all this stress and restless sickness. So that particular day that you are resting, because you're a businessman, you create your own empire. You are your own boss. So are you trying to tell me that you'll be busy 7 days? So if with me, I take 2 days off to study my family, to know that exactly. So even my workers here, the ones that were old with me will tell you that Producer, which day do I rest? Sundays. I sit down and analyze everything from Monday to Saturday. So if you want to talk to me nicely and have time, if I was a cheater, I would cheat on Sundays. For Sundays, I'm
free,
very free to study my family. Now, my lovely Afia, the men should do what I'm doing. It will work. Regardless, you are a business tycoon that you even control the finance of South Africa. You have time to sleep. So that time that you're about to sleep, you can donate just an hour to get to know your kids. Even if you go home and your kids are sleeping.
Yes.
You can wake them up.
Even sleep next to them.
Yes.
When the child wakes up, like,
you know, I don't want to say certain things which will make me cry because I'm not in that mood.
Yes, sir.
About my late child. My late child will wait for me 1 o'clock when I'm gone to yoga. She say, Daddy, have you eaten? And show me my food. So the child loves me.
Yes.
So that's what you
because you also showing love to the child.
When I come, I'm coming with ice cream for her.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So now there's nothing like that. So you men must try as much as possible to create time. And the child will adhere. Adhere means will listen. No, my daddy, on this particular time, daddy's coming home. Daddy will check our homework.
Yes.
You see. So that is the first and the second and the third way of curtailing loneliness and absenteeism from your kids' lives. Forget about the woman that you are dating. Remember, you sleep next to her.
Yes.
So that one, you know, at any given time you can jigger left, jigger right. Even if the person is angry. Yeah. And also, men, another thing, regardless of who you are, make sure you eat at home if your wife cook. That is the first step. When you don't eat at home, the first step of leading to divorce.
Yeah.
Even if you've got all the money, like me, I used to make a lot of money for my businesses. When I get home, my wife will tell you, Sheikah will come and eat the pap and okra. I will make sure that evening around 6, no food enter my stomach because I'm going home.
Yes.
I don't want problems.
Balancing.
I have to balance it. Although my side, whatever.
Or your business
we can sit down at Ocean Basket or whatever, and cut. But the time there I have to fill my stomach with my wife's food, I need to do it to keep the relationship going. Okay, I think your question is answered.
Yes.
Now, Efia's own. Efia's own. Efia's own is a very, very huge thing. And I blame these young slave queens. And it's going to be a topic for the two of you when I'm done. I want you guys, before she goes to work, discuss the role of slave queen, the role of slave queen in the downfall of marriages.
Okay.
Please. And I would love to listen. I don't care about the languages that you're going to use because I want the slave queens to listen. And it's the role of the slave queens. Remember, hey, this is a topic I can't talk about it because I'll blame the wives at home. They don't do their hair and everything. These men go out.
I think that's when you see this topic is actually good, since good. For business people out there, not only businessmen, businesswomen as well. Because, you know, so since you're saying it's big, it is something whereby,
I don't know, you are a cheater.
The balancing of
I'm just joking.
The balancing between business and family. Now, if as a man you are hardly at home, you know, I feel like even as the woman, what am I now maybe dressing up and looking
because
good for?
you already stress have set in.
Yeah, he's never home.
So I think you guys, I don't want to get involved. You guys will discuss. Now let me come back to men out there. Listen to me. I always tell my workers, Kojo and Edu, who've long worked with me for almost 5 to 6 years, that you lay on your bed that you've made, no matter what in life. You've set up a business like this. YouTube is a very big business now. It's the face of the future. And now, let me use myself as an example. Instead of me to focus on this business, I want to collapse the business with you. How do I collapse? we are in a serious relationship where I cannot control you and the business
collapses.
After it collapses, what happens? Like she said, either it's liquidated. Yeah, liquidated is like collapse, because in this case, you end up not having the finance to finance the business. You can't pay workers, you can't give them transport, you can't give them incentive. But Ebile will come here, she's using her side money from home to take transport and go with nothing.
Nothing.
Hey, Batu, what's going on? Now, the question is, viewers out there, listen to what the CEO is saying. I've run a multimedia company now for 6 months without the multimedia paying me. You are aware?
Yes.
I've not received anything from them. So how is Kobe doing it? Because I'm focused.
Focused, yes.
Now, back to your question. Infiltration of women. Men, be careful. When you start absenting yourself in your family life, that's where you cheat. Remember, when you go to your business, you see this, there are more slave queens in the market, beautiful ones. But cultivate the habit of calling your wife twice or thrice a day. Baby, are you okay?
Yes.
Baby, are you okay? Baby, I've just sent you lunch. Rose flowers. Because remember, the woman is in your life for your betterment. She's been there from the grassroots. But now you are saying she's nobody because you are out there. You are Kobe, see you driving Mini Cooper, driving Mercedes.
Yeah.
So you don't see us. No, it doesn't work like that. If women does it, you say they are not good.
Yeah.
But women,
cold names.
Exactly. So what happens? You know how God punish you? Your business will collapse. Because the girl will demand. Those girls, they don't joke, Baba. Pella, there's iPhone 15 coming. So they will tell you, baby. And they have the attribute. When I say attribute, they've got all the skills to make you, sorry to say, my viewers, they will make you cry in the night or during the day and you will pay. Now, don't think it's an achievement. If you're a man, you want to play that game, you must know how you play your game well. Don't collapse your business. Don't collapse your business in the sense that you can no longer afford your workers.
And your family as well.
And
because
no, those are the major ones.
Yes.
Now your wife, your poor wife at home, will be praying for you. After you collapse and you come and sit home, she's the same person who's going to have pity for you after you messed up. In this case, the advice I'm giving them, I wouldn't say don't cheat, please. Cheat and cheat wisely. Your family must always be number one. This is the strategy, guys, you must do. When you get to work, first thing, you take your phone, baby, I'm at work. Baby, I'm going for lunch. Baby, I'm driving home. You know, those petty things keeps your family alive. Sometimes there is a PTA, Parents Teachers Association for the kids. One day you tell your partners, no, I can't make it. I need to attend my kids. You take your wife, you go with them.
Yes.
For this love, that bond to be always there. Men, don't destroy the empire that you have built with your own hands and your zip. Because it's not easy to set up a business and for you to hold. That's it.
That is so
eye-opening.
That is so broad. That is so educating. And you know, I once heard my dad said, you know what, you women have power to a point that if you want to build something, you can build it.
Yes.
But then if you still want to crush it, you will crush it because you've got power. So what you've just said now, it shows that we really have power as women. We have power to build something, we still have power to crush something.
Well, I don't know what more. I'm just trying to think anything that, you know, I think our viewers would probably want to know. I mean, I believe we've covered, we've covered almost everything.
Yeah, I think, sorry to cut you, I think maybe I can't wait to listen to the role of Slay
Slay
queens.
queens.
Yeah, because that's a very huge thing. And why do men go out for slay queens? Why do men even go out if it's sometimes? So here I don't want to take the honey from the bee.
The bee.
Exactly. But like I'm saying, I'm also happy for the questions that you've asked me because I'm a businessman. I do
Yes.
business a lot. Like there's something I'm going to announce on the station for the first time. Next month on the 15th, Foritech and Bonshika TV is launching a new company called the Fori Transport, where we'll be dealing with logistics. The same CEO is going to finance it. People will know, how is this guy making the money? No, I'm not even making it. I've got planning. I planned this thing 2 years ago.
Yes.
So as we are talking now, my leg is on the way to check the cars. It's not for pleasure. My issue always, I tell people, I've seen it all. I don't want to drive for women. I drive expensive car, but it's not for women.
Yes, sir.
So I'm launching this, and guess who is going to work in there? The people who helped me to build my company are still going to manage that. So they will still going to be paying from the Foritech Transport. And the first mistake is that their logistics in terms of moving from point A to point B, coming from work in and out, will be taken care free of charge. That's our incentive. So we are praying that the CEO stick to his words. He wouldn't be taking head over heels by any slay queen where the company. And also, guys, watch out of my new Foritech Keep Fit Club, which I bought the idea from I'm just going to pay a lousy 1,500. I told you, and I'm not joking.
You're being a businessman.
Yes, I'm going to buy the idea. Guys, listen to what Foritech and Bonshika TV wants for the Keep Fit Club. I'm doing it in line with the mental health and health issues. What I want you viewers to do is that I'll be bringing doctors involved after training goes on.
Yes.
And I'll be selling the idea to people why they need to exercise.
Yes.
So I'm still purchasing the equipment, and watch out, just because the rain is disturbing us, we're still looking for a venue. Foritech Bonshika Keep Fit Club is a new health exercise which is going to give us the in-depth of why people must exercise. Because I remember when I found out I got cholesterol, which leads to high blood and stuff. After constant swimming, I'm not taking medication anymore. I was shocked. My blood pressure is stable. I eat the right diet and I don't take medication. So watch out for Foritech Keep Fit Club. And we say kudos to our innovative team, headed by Batabile of all time. You can see her. And then Efia, our perfect girl, who says, they say the voice is what you know. And the secret why she's got that voice is what? Tangere and Savannah. So guys, I'm happy to have these guests to interview. Stay glued to Time with the CEO.
Yes.
Next time.
I wanted to add on something. So before, you just touched on something, about your health.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you would be okay if we could still on the time of the CEO, because we know that the business people out there also do have underlying conditions.
I'm ready to talk about it.
How you guys have to maneuver, especially when businesses will always come with stress.
You want me to talk about it?
Well, we can another episode.
The
next episode.
I love that.
Yeah,
so that you can
episode.
take care of yourself. That is why you need to subscribe. I'll be sending out forms for you to come and join my Keep Fit Club.
Yes.
Why you need to subscribe? Because you need to keep healthy.
Yes. And fit. Oh, well, with that said, please make sure that you do subscribe and always like, comment, give us your own opinions, viewers. I mean, we really appreciate the comments that you guys leave, and you should also know, as Sir said, yes, Bonshika TV is a sister to Foritech Online TV, and both channels are proudly sponsored by Foritech IT solutions. So please, and also make sure that you click on the notification button so that you don't miss on any content that we put out there to share with you. Well, from the CEO, Bathabile, and me, it's a TTFN. Tata for now.